What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review a 2008 mixtape by Lil Wayne. Basically, this product is called The Drought is Over 5 Grand Closing, and it came out in the spring of 2008. Now, the fair about this product here is just the fact that this is kind of a mysterious era for Lil Wayne as far as this pitch is going to happen. Just amidst like the product of talking about the get up for how the Carter 3 was getting ready to roll out. And within the fair, this is another one that was a part of the Drought is Over series that was before the Carter 3 as far as this fair is going to happen. Definitely there were a series of those throughout 2007 that were pretty massive that had songs from that particular era that he was working on the Carter 3 back in 2007. Because of those particular projects, it leaked in 2007 and he delayed the Carter 3 to 2008. But it's kind of the fair as far as saying he was working on the album again. This particular mixtape is different because the songs that were kind of like, I think the Capital type ordeal, like the leaked songs, I think probably more or less if these had kept happening, I don't know if Lil Wayne would ever drop the Carter 3 because this was a product where you were getting the stuff that he was working on, so he had to kind of keep those songs further under lock and key within some of those type pitches. But it really feels like the songs that are on this particular product, there are some remixes and guest verses that are on here as far as this first going to happen. It's not as much full bound like the songs that were on the 2007 Drought is Over 2 and 3, some of those type pitches, but it's kind of the fair as far as saying there are some songs that were intended for the Carter 3 that are actually on this project, like Millie and Lollipop are both on here, but it's within pitches as far as saying it's actually interesting that those particular songs is more or less, I feel like it was kind of the underground kind of fervor pitches like that kind of helped Lil Wayne get the Carter 3 kind of out within those pitches, because there was just something that kind of happened where it kind of became more superhuman within the pitch, because this particular product is excellent. It's going to get a 10 out of 10 pitches like that. It's just kind of the ordeal that it still didn't seeming, despite the fact that this was just a little over 2 months before like Lil Wayne dropped the Carter 3, it still didn't have like that kind of superhuman kind of feel that he had on the Carter 3 just within the ordeal. So it's just kind of concept that even within the first few months of 2008 when he was right within the rollout of the Carter 3, it's just between the pitch as far as saying it's just surprising that there weren't more radio bangers, because a lot of this sort of stuff that Lil Wayne was working on, I don't know if these were actually songs that he was making in January, February, March of 2008, pitches like that, but they feel like songs from like 2006 era DJ Khaled, like that particular album with the song Holla At Me that has Lil Wayne on there, some of those type pitches, and the MIA song, some of those type ones on there, and also like Father Like Son Lil Wayne. It just feels more like 2006 Lil Wayne within those pitches, where he was probably going to be within the same popularity as songs like Stuntin' Like My Daddy and Leather So Soft, some of those type pitches within format. But with that was not necessarily a bad vibe, because those particular songs back in those days, the Drought 3 Lil Wayne, like Father Like Son Lil Wayne, was definitely a pretty blistering type popular, but I think more or less it wasn't as commonplace known that Lil Wayne was going to sell 1 million copies first week. But it was kind of within the fair that Lollipop really started catching on. That was like an underground favorite, and then it became a commercial favorite, pitches like that. But that particular song is on this product here, and so is a Millie, like I was saying, good type pitches to kind of get these within their earlier type format. But I really wasn't seeing too many other 2008 era Lil Wayne type stuff that feels like these could have possibly been leftovers. It's not really like, this is an excellent type album, but when it comes to like the Lil Wayne kind of massive type hits, that when you get to like The Drought is Over 2, like when you think of songs like I Feel Like Dying and Did It Before, some of those type ones in the pitch that were just underground staples, doesn't have like those underground favorites. It's full. And it's not to say that it doesn't, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying in terms of that particular appeal. I'm just surprised that this project was not home to some of those type ones. I'm just surprised that this particular project was not home to some of those type ones when you think of songs like Kush and, like I'm Me, some of those type ones that were kind of real secret Lil Wayne treats, more in like that kind of invincible type era that he had throughout pretty much the whole course of 2007 within the particular fair. So it's just interesting. It's not to say it doesn't have it. I mean, Lil Wayne definitely had these pitches, but just this was kind of the home stretch where the rollout for the Carter 3 was starting to become real within the pitch volume. But it's just kind of the fair. It didn't seem like Lil Wayne announced back in like February, March 2008 that the Carter 3 was going to come out in June of 2008. It's still kind of up in there as Lil Wayne was trying to find a single, and that was kind of the pitch behind. I don't remember as full bound if there were singles that were attempted, like promo singles or something like that would have been like a buzz song that, how sometimes folks will do that where they don't show up on the album. The rollout for the Carter 3 was just particularly strange, just because it was crunch time. It was 2008, and it was just kind of fair as far as saying it just didn't really have much within the conic. So this is just a strange type era, because you get the particular pitch of this project here but there wasn't really like a song that had came out that was particularly anchoring this as far as the fairs would kind of happen. I do remember within the fair, I think like Lollipop more or less came out as a single in March of 2008, but it was just kind of the ordeal that it started to catch on a lot later. I remember that being like a #1 in the spring of 2008, so it's just kind of the ordeal. Those songs are on this product, so it's just the fair as far as saying. So I look after here is kind of the pitch, just talking about whether or not the buzz behind this product would have had something further within pitch, but the rollout just kind of the rollout from the Carter 3 feels separate from this particular product. It's not to say it's full bound like that, but this is kind of the pitch is as far as like secret treats or goodies that would kind of be on here that feel like something that Lil Wayne probably would have had on like the Carter 3. It just doesn't feel like as much Carter 3 leaks this time as far as just much songs that were kind of just being worked on. Like I just got a lot more of like a 2006 kind of like Father Like Son era Lil Wayne pitches like that. This is kind of the ordeal. I think he just kept like a tighter lock and key around those songs that he intended for the album. And it really makes me question if there were songs that were recorded amidst like the Lollipop and Millie type era pitches like that would have been like pretty much intended for the Carter 3 that were that same run and like streak as far as this fair's gonna have within those pitches. Just to wonder songs that would have been like Got Money and Mrs. Officer, some of those type pitches, and La La, some of those type ones within those formats. You Ain't Got Nothing, Phone Home, some of those type pitches. I just question within the fair because this just feels like yeah, like I was saying, '06 Lil Wayne pitches like that. It's excellent within our deal. But yeah, I give this mixtape a 10 out of 10. There's 19 songs in this mixtape, but minus like the 3 skits and interludes pitches like that, narrows it down to 16. Then there's 3 songs that are on other projects, like Lollipop and A Millie are on like the Carter 3, so I'm not going to count those. And then Damn I'm Cold was a guest feature that he did for Bun B on his 2 Trill album from like the spring of 2008, just a little bit before that album as well. So it's within pitch. So those 3 songs not going to count. So going from 16 to 13, really out of 13 songs, so really only one song I don't recommend, and that's just I'm a Doggy of the freestyle, which is really just an a cappella kind of freestyle pitch like that. Not horrid within a sense, but this kind of pitch just didn't really have as much full bound kind of captivate within the aspects as far as how it probably should have had an instrumental, something like that. Just I think those particular fairs should have just been better within those pitches. But so 12 out of 13, this mixtape gets to 10 out of 10. Just to stay here within these pitches. So I is a nice one. It's like an out in the city win kind of day strut to kind of get within the aspects of it here. Just kind of a peppy, get day test done, some of those type pitches. Just kind of reminds of Cameron. I'd have to say some of those type Gallivants. So just some of those type ones that Cameron would kind of do on like Purple Haze and Kill a Season, some of those type pitches. Just kind of a 70s, almost kind of Chipmunk Soul type pitch within the format of it. Kind of reminds like Jeezy Go Crazy and like Cameron kind of bubble music, some of stuff. It's not quite as full bound kind of flamboyant within the aspect like those city shows, but it's a good kind of feel nice one within the aspect of this. Like pick up some day test errands pitches like that, get like bag Gardettos, some swishers, some of those type fairs, nice 7-Up, some of those type pitches. Single Again remix is a nice one. This is basically the Trina song just with Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, Plies on there. So and stuff, folks. Excellent type of ordeal. It's like a dope remix. This adds shredding spice and 2000 swag towards as far as this fair is going to happen. Definitely good dance floor kind of glamour within those pitches. So just excellent type fair with an aspect behind it. Some new type flavor to a Trina song as far as this fair is going to happen. She was dropping around this time as well, so she had some good bona fide type stuff. Just excellent within the pitch. But yeah, I probably would still more or less listen to like the regular edition Single Again, because that is a pretty nice one within those ordeals. But it does have the product of just having like a good glam type extra package on there as far as this fair is going to happen. Just kind of adds the male point of view within those pitches as far as this format's going to go. But there were some nice remixes around that time. That is a nice one just for like some dance floor glam, just in the extra type aspects, having some further type treats pitches like that. Girls All Around is a nice one. Now some of these, like I was saying, are kind of remix type guest verses that were kind of popular around this time. There's a Glasses Malone song on here. There's a Trina song on here. There's a Bun B song on here. There is like Certified. I don't know if that's a Wale song, pitches like that, but there's some ones on here. Nike Boots. There's just some ones on here within these pitches that kind of have some format. So this is not as much kind of full bound original material. Like I said, I think Lil Wayne kind of kept his songs that he was working on for the 2008 portion of it under tighter lock and key. So this is kind of pitch, but you do get some ones that kind of have like the relative product. Now, obviously, within a sense, if you already have acquired some of these type remixes, it kind of negates some of the quality of this product. But there are enough new treats on here to be able to say within an aspect that is worth it. But it's just kind of fair as far as saying some of these remixes are kind of on here within certain sense. So I look after Girls All Around is a nice one. Those like a nice cool cat kind of gentleman hours kind of suaveness, kind of get within the aspects of it here. Good foot tap song pitches like that. Good to have like a martini and kind of good to have like a martini and glam nights as far as this festival kind of happens. So just to miss the pitch to something that Lloyd folks like that would particularly kind of be on around that particular time. Kind of reminds of something Neo would kind of do. Just kind of a nice rhythmic type one within a more just sophisticated type sense of the aspect. Just a good cool cat kind of just strip club gentleman type aspect within the tone. So good type fare. Certified Remix is a quality one. This is Glasses Malone song. I'd say it's like a vintage Port of Miami style tune. I'd say within aspects of it, just Glasses bop as far as these pitches gonna happen. Glasses Malone bop. Definitely some Miami surf kind of 80s CD glam within those pitches. I need to get to this guy. I think more or less Glasses Malone did drop an album. I forgot about him within the particular aspects. So it's definitely something that I would have to get to within the products. Just feeling like this would be an offshoot of like the Port of Miami album by Rick Ross within that same similar type format. Just a good cousin that particular style as far as like a re-up with that particular fare. So it's a good type pitch to kind of have that. Akon is on this song, Lil Wayne is on this song, so it's good type pitch just within that similar custom kind of format within those tones. Similar thrilling in a custom type format, just good aspects for that. Stunt When I See You is an excellent one, as well as like a glowy and drowsy kind of local retire to kind of get within the fares behind it. Smoke a Few, I would definitely recommend this song to some nearby kind of Gardettos, pitches like that. It's good kind of after hours product to just like a few snacks and goodies nearby. Good song to groove to. Stunt When I See You is just more or less this slick type fashion of winding down for the night as far as this first gonna happen. Just kind of having like some snacks, this after hours type product, just nearby Taco Bell, something like that within those pitches. Just smoke type fashion, just retire with like, some good comedy pitches like that, or just some various late night TV pitches like that, just some ordeals like some kickback, just smoke a few with pals pitches like that within those relative after hours type products. Check your phone, see what's up with Bellas, some of those type pitches I'd say, but it's a good type product. Walk It Off is a nice one as well. Now this is one that kind of, Stunt When I See You is a new song, but like I was saying, these particular songs I feel like more or less, I like Stunt When I See You and Walk It Off, some of these type ones, and We Hustle pitches like that, but they don't necessarily feel like, I think the difference between songs like Lollipop, Millie, some of those type pitches is just kind of fair. I think within the reality, I question like the concept as to how angry Lil Wayne would have gotten had his songs leaked, to say songs that he was working on, and possibly spent like $150,000, $300,000 for the beats and things like that, just to have those songs leaked and be free to the internet. So it's kind of the fair. Lil Wayne could have been losing, a couple $100,000 pitches like that just for these songs to be leaked free, some of those type fair. So it's kind of pitches as far as saying there's only so many of them within those pitches that probably were actually intended for the Carter 3. But I would definitely say that Walk It Off, some of these type fairs, these do feel like 2006 Lil Wayne. I feel like Stunt When I See It, that's kind of a difficult type one, but I'd say probably within the pitch, just relative product to some of those recent type fairs. But Walk It Off kind of feels like a snaring and vintage kind of mid-2000s kind of ringtone club gem. I'd say within the aspects of it here, just interesting kind of pre-C3 Wayne within some of those type pitches within the fair, just good bop to kind of get. Stunt When I See You feels more recent, but I feel Stunt When I See You feels more recent, but I'd say Walk It Off kind of feels more or less kind of like mid-2000s, kind of 2006 era pitches like that, like Father, Like Son, Arizona's type fair. It's just interesting type bop to kind of get. We Hustle's another nice one. It's like a sparkly and dazzled kind of invincible mixtape era Wayne, I'd say, within the pitches behind us. That particular streak of things for like the 2005, 2008 era, just particular mid-2000s kind of dedication days. Definitely a great song to get crunk to it, I'd say. It's kind of a woozy type one with an aspect of it. This definitely reminds like Dedication 2, Dedication 3, I'd say, within those pitches. Now, then the particular fair Dedication 3 had not came out. That was not going to come out to the fall of 2008. It was excellent type pitches, just getting further mixtape type Wayne as like a format of just how that particular fairs we're going to start to roll out later on as far as this pitch kind of excellent type ordeal with that, but just further kind of banner typeness, this typical kind of mixtape heat for Lil Wayne, I'd say definitely reminds of 06, 07 Lil Wayne pitches like that. Too Clean is a nice one. This only has Lil Chucky on here apart from Lil Wayne on the hook, who does like a 2006 style Lil Wayne hook pitches like that. Has actually from one of those songs that he did from like Father Like Son, it's like a vintage 06 era Wayne hook, I'd say, with the pitch like I was talking about. Chucky goes in on this particular song, definitely giving some DJ drama kind of mixtape heat, I'd say, about this song. The song bangs pretty good. So it's just on the pitch. Kind of an early bird primer for like the format of Lil Wayne getting ready to fuck with Young Money, pitches like that as far as this is going to happen within the pitch, as far as getting them particularly rolled out as far as this is going to happen. And this would also be the year that Lil Wayne was kind of more or less within the product of getting Drake in the picture, so in this type format. So it's kind of the pitch as far as saying it really is unfortunate within certain senses. I mean, Lil Chucky definitely does excellent on this song, but it's too bad that Lil Wayne didn't even drop like an 8-bar kind of verse or something like that. Just a quick 8-bar type verse to further bolster song pitches like that, say, within those ordeals. Kind of the pitch as far as saying, but it's just excellent type ordeal. Good, nice one for like that 06 kind of era pitches like that. Open Shop's real quality one. This is another new nice one. This is like a glared and jostled kind of mess hall group to kind of get within the aspects of it here. Just some house party getting rowdy, I'd say, within pitch behind it. Just some neighborhood Wayne. So the thing about this particular product is it does have a couple jumps on here within the pitch as far as saying just Lil Wayne, more of like a house party type ordeal. It's just an interesting type pitch because more or less, apart from maybe Got Money with T-Pain from the Carter 3, Carter 3 wasn't really riddled with those within those pitches as far as like Red Cup type noise. It was going to be Bacardi and Jack Daniels, some of those type pitches within format vodka, some of those type pitches within the fair. So it's just kind of product as far as saying. I definitely feel like songs like Done It and Open Shop are some good nice ones within those fairs as far as just more neighborhood bound, and to a drowsy type extent, Stunt When I See You is kind of like that as well. Too Clean kind of has those aspects, just minus like Lil Wayne not full bound being on there, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying Open Shop definitely does that. Yeah, but this is just a particular rowdy type one, not as full bound. Sure, this is kind of an off bound. Open Shop is kind of an off-bound Lil Wayne song within those pitches within the fair. It's kind of a not typical type one that he would kind of be on within those particular formats. It's not a particular kind of typical type one that he would be on within those formats. So it's just good type pitch for like some of that rowdiness within the fair, just like house party kind of kick off within pitches like that. Definitely some beer pong songs that fairs with an excellence of it, pitches like that. Then Done It's kind of within that similar type fashion as well. This is like a good mess hall Wayne, I'd have to say here. This definitely reminds like '06, kind of like Father Like Son and Port of Miami from Rick Ross type fairs. Lil Wayne was on that like within pitches like that. Some good type fairs within those pitches. Lil Wayne was living in Miami, pitches like that, so he did have some of that 80s seedy glam pitches like that around 2006, 2008, so it's kind of those fairs about it, but this is like the neighborhood shuffle as far as those fairs are going to happen. So kind of within the fairs as far as those particular aspects can happen, but just some good nice ones. Just kind of feels like Pop Bottles era Lil Wayne, something out of the relative aspect like the Birdman, 5-Star Sun a Days pitches like that, kind of within those same products. And that's the real inscription about this product. It's just a little bit difficult to discern where these particular songs originate within those formats. I mean, there are some type ones that I definitely felt like it kind of reminded me of like Father Like Son '06 Lil Wayne pitches like that. But there's some of these type ones that feel like I feel like within certain senses, maybe the second half of 2007 pitches like this, kind of within the ordeals. I feel like it's not like it's a complete unlikelihood that there would have been some ones from 2008, but I feel like within certain type pitches, it just felt like some of those type ones were maybe hoisted together a little bit tougher within those pitches as far as like the guardiness of them. So it's just kind of pitch as far as saying. But Nike Boots remix is a nice one. It's like a City Strut, I had to say here, just a woozy kind of grab swishers kind of day, I'd say pitches like that. It's kind of some After Effects, like some Aaron runs, just kind of in a blurry kind of overcast feel about it. But this is a feel-good type song within pitch. It is good type product, just like some Day Stress, some of those type of ordeals, kind of similar as the song I talked about on here. I don't know if I talked about Nike Boots first, but oh yeah, it was I within those pitches. So just one of those type ones, just some good day shift type tunes within pitch. Just gas station runs pitches like that within those ordeals. So I and Nike Boots really have those conducts as far as those pairs going to have excellent type pitches. And I think the last song I haven't talked about on here is I Got My, which is another nice one. It's like a glared kind of dance floor. I Got My is like a glared kind of dance floor strut to kind of get here within the products of it. This reminds me of like an off-key kind of Robin Thicke tune pitches like that. Lil Wayne did some songs to Robin Thicke pitches like that. He was on the Carter too. It's like a Ritz as hell kind of yoking type song, kind of get within the aspects of it. So just some dance club kind of glare as far as those aspects kind of happen, but just obviously Ritz as hell, high as hell pitches like that, like I was saying, good type pitch, just easily kind of yoking in the club, some stuff aspects to the tone as far as really getting crunk, just kind of cheesing, good having a glare kind of cheese and good type time, not so much giddy within aspects of the goofiness factor of it, of just being doofy pitches like that, but just within the product, to having some good type product, like some step out within a good glam type sense as far as those fairs kind of happen. So just miss the product, just yoking, good type products for that. So yeah, I look within the fair about this product as far as these fairs going to happen. So I think I talked about all 12 of the songs on here as far as these fairs going to happen. So just excellent within the pitch as far as talking about within these products of it here. 10 out of 10 score. Now within the pitch, the social score, I'm going to go ahead and give like a 10 out of 10 as well. It's just within the pitch as far as saying this is Banner Lil Wayne within the pitch as far as these fairs going to happen. It's kind of a more shuffle type aspect of this game products of Lil Wayne between like recent type eras, but just within the pitch as far as saying that this is very mysterious type product as far as the fair is going to happen, just with the aspect. Because he was shredding these songs within pitches, but it was just kind of mysterious because it's just the product as far as saying that the particular rollout for the Carter 3 was excellent within the pitch, but it just kind of felt like the number ones just didn't happen. The way that the number ones off this particular product kind of happened is it just kind of happened out of nowhere, and just at the last minute things started clicking within those ordeals. I just kind of felt like things were just so sporadic and random. It was kind of the pitch that March, April 2008 things were just kind of quieter within those aspects. It's just kind of fair that the first half of 2008 just kind of had some of those type moments, just kind of the product of just like the mysteriousness. I remember those particular times in the first half of 2008. There just was not like a ton of energy and commotion kind of about within those ordeals. Lil Wayne was somewhat quieter apart from these guest verses, but it was just kind of the ordeal. I was originally thinking within certain senses that possibly it wasn't going to come out. I thought it was going to keep getting delayed or pitches like that. It's kind of the fair. It was just really kind of a home stretch type project where Lollipop just started hitting number one in like the last batch of like the particular fair about it. It was just kind of pitch as far as those fairs going to happen. But do you like the excellent type pitch as far as those ordeals going to happen? So 10 out of 10 social just in pitch. You get like the house party type songs, which is excellent type pitches because Lil Wayne was not doing those in the Carter 3. You get some good guest first type songs within like some Gentleman's Club and just after hours type product pitches like that. You get some day strut type songs for like the product, like some gas station runs, some of those type fairs. Some good kind of woozy after moments within the product to just like some smoke fashions with your pals pitches like that. It's kind of fair as far as songs like We Hustle and Stunt When I See You, some of those type products within the affair. So it just has some excellent type pitches, some good dance club type songs within like Girls All Around single again remixed on those type ones with some pitch. So it just has a good product, like some good commotion on here. Pretty damn social within aspects of it. So it just has some good treats on here within aspect, despite the fact that the Carter 3 songs were kept under tighter lock and key. Is still the pitch for saying this is some bona fide type stuff, and it pulls off again, once again as far as being a blistering type product. So definitely nails those ordeals. In terms of future, like Lil Wayne dropped the Carter 6 in June of 2025, pitches like that, so some excellent type products. Just being able to say he's dropped recent projects with like 2 Chainz and folks like that. He dropped like the Fix before the 6 not too long ago as well within some type products. So it's just excellent with the pitch. I've got some of these type ones on the way. There's some more Lil Wayne that's coming in the pipeline as far as those fairs going to happen, but it's definitely excellent classic type product within a product, kind of an off-key type one, kind of a surprising type one, goes about it from a different angle compared to like the Droughts over 2 and 4 stones type pitches, but definitely blistering within products as far as having some of these type bangers and being able to pull off that particular vibe of just having like a consistent amount of hits that do have some social variety.